Welcome back to ADHD Whiskey. My name is Matt. Today, we're pouring, swirling, smelling, tasting, and scoring Larceny Barrel Proof Batch C921. America. Freaking nailed it. I have not reviewed a Larceny Barrel Proof since I believe Larceny Barrel Proof Batch B520. I think the B batch from 2020 was the last batch I was able to get my chubby little fingers on. I was just popping in and out of stores in the mountains of Colorado. I was like, oh, there's a Larceny Barrel Proof. Oh, take my money. I have not been a big fan of the Larceny Barrel Proof series. The first ever Larceny Barrel Proof, batch A120, that was a decent bottle. The B520 I did not care for. I got a sample of the C920 and I was like, yuck. I wasn't able to taste the first two batches of 2021, but now that we're starting 2022, it's time for me to taste and review the newest batch of Larceny Barrel Proof. Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. This comes from the Heaven Hill Distillery, and it is their weeded mash bill. This weeded bourbon is barrel strength. It comes in at 122.6 proof. This Larceny bottle, among other bottles from the Heaven Hill Distillery, is named after John E. Fitzgerald, who was a very honorable man. John E. Fitzgerald was an honorable man who ran a free nursery for sick children. He provided free medical care to those in need. He didn't do any of that. As a matter of fact, he was a thief. He was a man who held keys to distilleries' warehouses, and he broke into them with the keys that he held, and he stole the whiskey from those rickhouses. The best whiskey. And just like any good felon, we honor his name today and put his name on prestigious bottles and tell stories about how good of a thief he was. He may not have been a fan of the 10 Commandments, but he sure got drunk, probably. Johnny Fitzgerald was a treasury agent who at the time was the only person legally allowed to carry keys to the rickhouses. That's where they store the barrels. He often gave in to temptation and freely took from the best bourbon barrels, uncut, at barrel proof. Today you can taste this liquid in much of the same way as Johnny Fitzgerald. Larceny Barrel Proof small batch bourbon is made from a mingling of 6 to 8 year old bourbon that is bottled uncut and without chill filtration. It's got a bubble on the label, so you know it's good. The speech is my recital. They say it's very vital to rock a rhyme. It's tough this time. It's trick, 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 trick. Here we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Very dark color on this Larceny Barrel Proof. Very dark color. Tickle my tenders. That's got a nice nose on it. A really sweet baking bread. Oh yeah. That's got a bit of red fruit like strawberries. Definite bread dough. Faux show. A little bit of strawberry shortcake. Loads of brown sugar. Hints of cinnamon, some apple. Creme brulee. A Dutch apple pie. The sugary top crust of a Dutch apple pie. Oh, heck yeah. This nose goes where no nose goes before. This nose goes right up my nose, and my nose loves it, for sure. This might be one of my favorite noses I've smelled in quite some time. Wow. So, tie me up and tickle me. That's a nice bourbon. First sip, and I gotta say I'm pretty impressed here. That coated the mouth really well. It took over everything inside of there. They came in through the front door and said, listen, bitches, I'm the new boss here, and you'll do what you're told. And everything in my mouth looked at it and said, all right. That is a very nice, well-crafted, well-balanced, sweet, spicy, oily, relatively complex, potent, pleasurable pour of a wheated bourbon. That's a pleasurable pour. It's like a creamy bakery inside the mouth. Some fruits zing there, some cinnamon spices zing that way, little bit of oak right down the middle. And then there's a bit of nuttiness on the finish. The nuttiness that's on the finish is actually kind of nice. From Larceny Barrel Proof's past, the nuttiness took over the entire experience. Heavy nuttiness mixed with a sawmill. It's like wood chips, sawdust, and peanuts. This one's way different. This one turned my frown for Larceny Barrel Proof upside down into a smile of happiness and joy. This bottle cost me $69.99 plus tax, and I would say that it's a very good buy. Larceny Barrel Proof Batch C921 receives a score from me tonight of drumroll, 8.3. This is a great whiskey on its way to exceptional. Mike Ehrmantraut, you're good. Johnny Fitzgerald, Better Call Saul, because they told this whole story on the back of this bottle. And this Larceny Barrel Proof was probably one of the biggest surprise bottles I've had recently. This bugger is tasty, really good. I said 8.3. It could have been an 8.4 or 8.5. It could reach up there. 8.3 is pretty safe. 8.3 is pretty safe. America, a little more for the road. Whatever Heaven Hill is doing, I don't get it. Their Larceny batches are getting better. Their Elijah Craig Barrel Proof batches are getting less better. Larceny's going up. Elijah Craig's going down. What the heck is happening in Bardstown? My name is Matt. This is ADHD Whiskey, and like I always say, keep your head in the clouds, but your mind on prepping for the morning. Being prepared for the next day makes me prepared to be awesome. Even if I'm not awesome, at least I can tell myself I gave myself the opportunity to be awesome. And I think that all of you are awesome. And if you don't believe that, then are you calling me a liar? And if you're calling me a liar, then you shut your mouth. You shut your mouth right now. You think about what you just did. You don't make those accusations, not around here. Not in this garage. Not in this garage, surrounded by garbage and crickets. Do you call me a liar? No. No, sir. No, ma'am. You apologize, you son of a bitch. I believe in you. And you're awesome. I love you. Every last little bit of you. Even your third nipple.